Elizabeth Housen with Housen History, and today we are going to talk about going from a standard to an actual lesson. What is the activity you're going to have the students do? What level of knowledge do they need to be able to reach? And that is already told to us within the standard. So we're looking at the standard verb to the student action. I'm going to draw it back just a little bit and just go with the idea of what's a verb. A verb is an action word. Our standards tell us the action. They'll use words like explain, define, identify, locate, evaluate. Those are verbs written within the standard. And so that is the action of knowledge that students need to be able to do. And so just like any verb, like the verb jump, well, there's lots of different ways to jump. There's lots of different ways to evaluate. There's lots of different ways to identify. There's lots of different ways to label. And so I'm just going to give you that brief overview of thinking about, okay, here's my verb within the standard. What do I need to do in order to make sure my kids are getting to that level of knowledge that they need? And if we can we push beyond it? You don't want to stop before it. I've seen lots of teachers where the verb might be to compare or categorize, and they stop at identify. No. Students have to be able to compare. They have to be able to put it into different categories. So that's why we're really looking at that verb, to make sure that you are getting to that level of knowledge that students need. I am in Texas, so I am going to go off of my standards in Texas for teaching U.S. history. But please keep in mind that as I talk about the verb to the student action, it can apply in lots of different subjects and lots of different state standards. So when I look at our exploration and early colonization, we have a standard that says identify reasons for English, Spanish, and French exploration and colonization of North America. Okay. That is at my knowledge level. That is that basic level. Can students identify? Well, if I go to my next standard that's within that, it says compare political, economic, religious, and social reasons for the establishment of the 13 English colonies. All right, so I kind of have two things going together. I have the Spanish, English, and French, identifying their reasons, and then I have this idea of comparing political, economic, religious, and social. What am I going to do to teach for those things? Well, first off, identify. Can you identify their reasons? Well, to help me, I'm going to break up my French, Spanish, and English into that political, economic, religious, and social. We're going to do two things at once. Can you take this Spanish reason of, wanting to find gold? Which is that going to be? Is that political, economic, religious, or sit within that category? So can you identify? Put that with the Spanish. Then, can you compare that PERS? We like to say PERS, political, economic, religious, social, P-E-R-S. I know it's pronounced PERS, but we talk about the purse we take to colonize. So how are they going to compare those stuff? We're obviously moving up within our Bloom's taxonomy, within our level of learning. And so to compare is really could hit that analysis, that level 4. So we're definitely going up. We're comparing and contrasting. And I could still use that Spanish, French, and English and do a Venn diagram. And I could have listed all of these different reasons to colonize. And can you put it into the right area within that Venn diagram? Is it just Spanish? Is it just French? Does it go with all of them? Where can you put it? So I'm really comparing them. I could, within this comparison, pick one of them and ask students, we're going to go even higher. We're going to evaluate, because remember, within that verb, we can push higher. Which one is the best reason to go and colonize that they gave, to leave your home, to leave your family? That verb is there. I got to have students be able to identify, and then I have to have them compare them. It's already written there. So think about ways that you can do that. I see a lot of teachers skip that step. They go straight to knowledge, and they forget this idea that, the verb is telling me what to do. If it says evaluate, students have to make a judgment. That is that highest level of Bloom's taxonomy. They have to make a judgment. They have to defend it. If you are a state-tested subject, those standards that use that higher level of thinking are going to use questions that use that higher level of thinking. So you want to be able to teach it to that level for this. Do you sometimes have to start off with identifying? Yes, they have to have the basic knowledge, but you need to push it in order to reach it. So, I know that's a lot in a very short time because remember, these are just little teaching tidbits. I'm giving you a download. Look at that download of little student actions. Use it as your little cheat sheet as you go through the standards to help you. It's a lot within a short period of time. If you have any questions, let me know. There's your teaching tidbit for today.